Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook. Sign up now for a $20 free bet. Just use the code IFLTV24. Sign up now. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Oscar Bevis for IFL TV. Joey, it's a pleasure, my friend.
What's happening, bro?
Thanks for giving me a little bit of your time. Happy New Year. I know we're a couple of weeks in now, but Happy New Year. This is a little bit mad, this Misfit stuff, isn't it?
You know, mate, since the second I got here, I've been thinking the exact same thing. It's a different world, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, bruv, I'm 29, so I'm probably one of the older ones on the card tonight. Or, well, tonight on a Saturday night. So, yeah, man, it's a different, crazy little world, but I can see why it gathers the interest it does. I was probably late to the party, do you know what I mean? I probably started understanding it when Eddie put on the rematch between KSI and Logan Paul, yeah? So around that time, they had already had like quite a lot of shows. When it first started off, it was just like, but you know what I always say, yeah? And it's mad now because I'm the one on one of these cards, but when people used to slag it off, I used to be like, look, if these blokes ain't getting in a ring and fighting, guys or girls, yeah, they're not getting in a ring and fighting, what are they doing? Making fucking videos about each other online, do you know what I mean? So at least they're going to have a tear up over it and sort it all out. But the levels it's gone to, unlike the level of boxer you got on here, like, you get some good fighters on here, man. Like, I'm just chatting with that small Spartan Jay, he's a good boxer, you got Ben Williams on the card. You know what I mean? So you get, as it's growing, like anything, you're getting good fighters on here. They're not fucking pro level, but you don't need to be pro level to have an entertaining fight. Some of the best fights I ever see was for Southern area titles. So do you know what I mean? It is what it is.
I'll tell you what, some of the best fights I've seen were on the field at school.
Yeah,
when everyone rushes over to a fight, so you're right, you don't have to be at that top level to have a good scrap.
Yeah, and I reckon I could beat up any high school kid. So, yeah.
Well, there's the fight number 2 already sorted then. So yeah, tell me about how this all came about. Were you approached? Kind of, what was the process to get you here?
To be honest, bruv, like, I'll be completely honest with you, it's all come about through my pal Brian, the true Geordie. Me and him, obviously good mates. We met, you know, last year, and we met through like football, through doing the kickoff, the show that I'm a regular on. But like when we're not talking football, we're constantly talking boxing. And he realised that I had fought in the past and that I had a few fights, obviously when I was younger, in my early 20s and that. And then it sort of went from there. Like, he said to me, would you ever be interested in getting back in doing it again? And I was like, yeah, of course, you know what I mean? Listen, bro, I won't get into the details, but I used to box for a couple £100 or something on a Saturday night in a half-empty venue. So to then go and be boxing at the Leeds Arena, you know, and the money don't hurt, it's good, man. So I can only really thank him because I owe it all to him, really. He's given me a lot of opportunities, man. So long may it continue.
Too right. I mean, I watched you in there, and a couple of us were saying, because we didn't know too much about any of your boxing background, as soon as you started just getting into the flow, we all went, yeah, he's done a bit before. You could kind of tell that you've done a bit.
Yeah. I boxed I started boxing when I was 20, and I just never had like the activity. Like, I've had a few fights and stuff, but it was always like I'd have a fight, then I'd go able, I'd have a fight, then I went off and lived in Thailand for a little bit, then I come back and had a fight. So I never had a run at it, do you know what I mean? And I was like, I'm a realist, you know what I mean? I started boxing at 20. I was never gonna be a professional or anything like that, and I didn't have time on my side to be able to get to that level. And then it got to a point where it was like I was fighting a few boys who were half decent, come out the amateurs and whatnot, and it was like, I'm doing this, it ain't financially benefiting me, I'm getting older, end up having a daughter, and then I just knocked it on the head, do you know what I mean? But then when this opportunity come in, it was like, yeah, fair play, man, I'll grab it at both hands.
We were fighting Most Wanted on Saturday night. I saw you two having a chat over there. All looks quite friendly. What was said between you two?
So I have paid him off camera to take a dive. He's going to take a dive in the
body shot. Body shot, left to the head. What we talking?
I'm just going to faint. He's going to go down. Yeah. Nah, he's cool, man. Look, do you know what's crazy? Like, online and stuff, I was expecting him to be a prick. Like, I was thinking, this.
Because a lot of these lot are very they chirp at each other quite consistently.
Maybe. Like, I don't want to hand out digs at people. Like, I think they know the game. Do you know what I mean? They know what gets eyeballs. They know what gets attention. But when they put Most Wanted to me, brother, I hadn't even seen nothing of him. I just went, yeah, sweet, fine. I was willing to fight anyone on my debut because that's the way it is. You know what I mean? But when they put him to me, I was like, yeah. And then a lot of people were going to me, oh yeah, you know, he's got a lot of beef with this person, that person. And I see him, he slapped someone in a press conference or something. And I was thinking, right, this fella's going to be double fiery. You know what I mean? He's going to want to have it with me. And then as soon as like our paths crossed because we'd done the joint interview and stuff like that, I was like, do you know what? As much as maybe I'd like him to be, he ain't like that, and I'm not going to force anything. I'm sure that if I carry on boxing on here and, you know, get a few wins under my belt, I'm sure there's going to be rivalries with me and other fighters on this show. So if it's not there and it's not natural, I'm not going to force it. But I tell you what, he is going to come and have a good go. He reckons he can get me out of there in a couple of rounds. So let's see what happens, bro.
Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook. Sign up now for a $20 free bet. Just use the code IFLTV24. Sign up now. Terms and conditions apply.